there, coffee lovers and internet explorers. One of the things I've learned over the years is that confidence often starts with competence. When people discover that they're good at something, everything changes. That thought came back to me recently while visiting Biddy and Beau's Coffee in Charleston, South Carolina. The shop sits among Charleston's beautiful historic buildings where centuries of stories seem to live in every brick and window frame. But what stayed with me wasn't the architecture. It was beautiful, but it was the mission. Before I even ordered my coffee, I found myself thinking about my years as a middle school special education teacher. One of my favorite projects was helping students build and run a small coffee shop business inside our school. They learned customer service. They learned teamwork. They learned how to solve problems when things didn't go according to plan. Most importantly, they learned what it felt like to be good at something. One of those students was eventually recognized as Wisconsin's Young Entrepreneur of the Year. I still think about that a lot. Not because of the award itself, but because of what it represented. Skills build confidence. Confidence creates opportunity. That's why Biddy and Beau's felt so meaningful to me. Their mission is centered on creating meaningful employment opportunities for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And as I watched customers interact with employees and saw the pride people took in their work, I was reminded how important it is for all of us to find the right fit. Meaningful work isn't just about earning a paycheck. It helps, but it's not the most important thing. It's about contributing. It's about belonging. It's about discovering strengths you may not have known you had. Standing there with my coffee, I started thinking about how that same idea applies to cybersecurity. Not because cybersecurity and coffee shops have much in common, although I would beg to disagree, but because both depend on developing good habits and practicing simple skills consistently. That brings us to this month's Microsoft Patch Tuesday. Microsoft released fixes for more than 200 security vulnerabilities in June, making it one of the largest Patch Tuesday releases they've ever had. Some of these vulnerabilities affected Windows and other products many of us use every day. Now, it's easy to hear numbers like that and think cybersecurity is really complicated, that it's something only IT professionals need to worry about. But software updates are really about fixing problems that weren't known when the software was first released. Sometimes researchers discover a weakness that could allow someone to gain access to a system. Sometimes a bug creates an opportunity for attackers to do something the software was never designed to allow. When companies release security updates, they're essentially repairing those weaknesses before someone can take advantage of them. The challenge is that the repair only helps if we install it. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in this field is that many security problems don't happen because people lacked advanced technical knowledge. They happen because simple things get postponed. One of the most common examples, not restarting your computer. Many security updates require a reboot before they're fully applied. The update may have downloaded, the patch may have been installed, but the protection isn't always complete until the computer restarts. And let's be honest, a lot of us keep hitting the sleep mode instead or closing that lid. That brings me to one small step that helps. Restart your computer every single day. Not once a month, not when something freezes, every day. It takes just a couple of minutes and helps ensure security updates are fully applied. And if you're worried about losing all of those browser tabs you've been saving for about 60 years, here's one of my favorite tricks. After your browser opens again, press Control-Shift-T. If you're on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-T. Most browsers will reopen your recently closed tabs. Simple, practical, and one less excuse to avoid that daily restart. Small actions, big results. Thanks for joining me on this trip to Biddy and Beau's Coffee and for taking one small step to secure your digital life. Until then, stay safe, stay human, and keep sipping.